watching Glitter Gel Pen.
A lifelong, one-sided conversation of us consuming every pop culture podcast ever. Glitter Gel Pen has joined the chat.
Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back to Glitter Gel Pen.
Episode 35. I'm Jill.
And I'm Alyssa.
And before we get started, if you don't want your most embarrassing moment caught on camera for the whole world to see, then click the subscribe button.
Ding. Okay. Today we're going to do something different.
Yes, I'm excited.
Me too. We wanted to try some topic-based episodes that aren't hot topics and not a deep dive. Mm-hmm. So this is our top 5 ranked. Each ranked our own individual paparazzi celebrity moments.
Iconic moments.
Yeah. And we do not know what each other picked, and I'm really, really excited to hear Jill's. And I want to know if we have any of the same ones
so do
on
I.
there.
And I'm I just want to know if we ranked them the same, or if they're even on each other's list, or if we forgot about them, you know?
Yeah. I also am I'm not going to be surprised if we went into this with 2 totally different trains of thought. Do you know what I mean? So I'm very curious to see what this is.
Okay.
There was a point in my life where I had unexplainable panic attacks. My anxiety had reached a level so high that I'd never seen before, and I had no idea what was going on. The only thing that gave me any relief was therapy. Therapy taught me coping mechanisms to handle these intense feelings of panic and anxiety. I now know how to handle it without becoming completely debilitated, and it really saved me. It allowed me a safe space to work through my thoughts and feelings that I had not yet come to terms with. That's why I'm so excited that this episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is on a mission to making starting therapy easier. All you have to do is fill out a questionnaire and you will match with a therapist in as little as 48 hours. And if you decide you don't feel comfortable with the therapist you were matched with, you can easily switch until you find someone that makes you comfortable. BetterHelp finds greatly qualified therapists, and their customer support team is always there if you have any questions. With over 7,000 reviews and a 4.5 rating on Trustpilot, BetterHelp is a service you can trust. If you're looking to try therapy, we've got a chance for you to save some money. You can go to betterhelp.com/glittergelpen or click the link in our description to get 10% off your first month. Now back to the show.
So, do we want to get started?
Okay, let's get started. Number 5 is when Kristen Stewart got caught cheating on Robert Pattinson on July 17th of 2012.
I remember this.
People were so mean to her.
They were so mad. Looking back, it's why would you cheat in public if you're a famous person?
So there's not reasoning behind it, but the relationship between Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson was so pushed from the production team.
Mm-hmm.
It was really, really good for marketing and everything. And I don't think Robert and Kristen had as much chemistry as we all believed them to have. Mm-hmm. So
they were kind of giving Vanessa Hudgens and Zac Efron
yes
relationship to push the movies.
Yeah, exactly. So I think what the gist of this is it was crappy of her to cheat on him, but if you think, I think about being a person and being in a relationship that you don't want to be in. There's so much pressure on the public. The public was so obsessed with them together. Mm-hmm. The teen shoots they were doing back in the Twilight days were so crazy.
Oh, yeah, with the sepia looking.
Yes, and I know you're not a try-hard
No.
I am, but their relationship was everything to me as a little girl, and I don't really remember where I was when this news broke or anything like that, but the fandom really came for Kristen for doing this, and we've talked about it on this channel a lot. I don't think it's fair that the public gets to judge celebrities for cheating and ruin their career over it because it's their personal life, but was she wrong? Yeah. It's just the photos are so dirty looking.
Yes, they were in it. They were not even trying to be discreet out in public.
No.
It makes you wonder, were they just kind of were her and Robert Pattinson just kind of a step above a PR relationship, you know?
They had to be. And it's when you're in that much spotlight, the two of them both had their huge break in that movie. And imagine you not wanting to let the world down that you don't really like him that much.
Yeah, and weren't they early 20s at
Yeah,
this
they
point?
were young. I think I really don't know how old she is. I feel like she might be older than I think, but they were definitely early 20s at least.
Wow. that's one that I forgot about. So I wouldn't have thought of it. I didn't think of it. So
Here comes Jill's number 5. Least iconic of the iconic.
coming in at number 5 for me is Cara Delevingne and Ashley Benson moving in the sex swing.
I completely forgot. Did they date?
Yes.
Okay, I remember that Tumblr me was like all over it, but I completely forgot that happened.
Yeah. I remember I was shook when this came out because also, like, little me was newer to the world of the LGBTQ community, you know? And I was like, oh, no way, you know? And I'm like, they use that thing, and I didn't know how you would use it. I didn't know anything.
I'm looking at the swing. That is crazy.
It's a contraption for sure.
I'm like, who got it when they split up?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Cara Delevingne, she's the most beautiful girl, but her paparazzi photos kill me.
They're so bad.
Because she always has, it's just a bad, like, photo, always.
She looks very excited about this swing in that picture.
She does look excited. They're even smiling going in. That's so funny. I used to live for Ashley Benson's, like, street style during this time frame.
Yeah. And I used to also, fun fact, this is super random, but you know Carly Rae Jepsen? Mm-hmm. So I used to have this theory that Carly Rae Jepsen was just Ashley Benson playing Hannah Montana. They look exactly the same.
Really? I guess I've never thought about it.
Back in the day in like the 2011, 2012 era, I don't know about present day, but back then they looked exactly the same with a different hair color.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
So
I could actually see that now that I'm like thinking of some of the pictures of Carly Rae Jepsen that I've seen, and that would be really crazy to find out one day.
Yeah.
Like in 30 years, we find it out.
Yeah. I don't know what the point of that would be, but that was my theory, and so I ran with it.
This is a good one, though, because it's like they really got, I don't know if they even got caught or if they just did it to be funny.
Yeah.
Like they moved it so
they had
like,
to know that people were going to take pictures of this.
Yeah, like they both are smiling in the pictures, so I'm thinking like.
They're giggling about it being like, hee.
Yeah.
They're getting pictures of this.
Yeah. And what an iconic couple, honestly. Like thinking of the two of them dating is crazy. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I've messed it up. I'm going to have 6 because I put 2 5s.
Okay.
So my number 4.5 or 5 or whatever we'd call this is Ashley Tisdale and Vanessa Hudgens at McDonald's.
Oh, I know, this video. Yes, but I want to watch it again.
Okay.
For some reason, I don't remember why. I think I was looking up like stuff to put in one of our other episodes, and I came across this and actually watched it just on my own with my own free will the other day.
It's a good video.
Spot, huh?
Welcome to McDonald's, man.
Leave them alone till they, hey, Sazi, leave them alone till they get the food, bro.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Hold on 1 second.
When they get the food, then we'll do it.
Can I have chicken McNuggets?
How can I help you?
Can she have a cheeseburger with cheese?
No, I don't eat cheese. Okay. Can I have chicken McNuggets?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat your order? I hear too much talking. How can I help you? We're going to be on TF.
Okay. Chicken McNuggets.
You said you want a 6-piece or a 10-piece?
10-piece.
Hello?
No, 6-piece.
Okay, and did you want anything else with that?
Some guacamole.
What else?
A jumbo jack.
A jumbo jack.
A jumbo jack? There are no jumbo jacks at McDonald's.
Okay, a Burger King Whopper.
We're gonna get a grilled chicken sandwich.
Which grilled chicken sandwich? Which
Hey, back up.
The normal one.
And a Whopper. Don't spit in their food.
What's up, y'all? What's going on?
You have paparazzi outside.
I know. What's
Hey,
up?
shh, let it go.
Can grilled
Take a
chicken
picture of me. Can I be
sandwich.
on TMZ? Put me on TMZ.
She wants a grilled chicken sandwich.
Which one?
Which one you got?
Numbers 9 through 11.
Pick a number.
10.
10.
Okay, did you want the meal or just the sandwich?
You guys are hiding menus.
Sandwich.
Okay, is that all for you, sweetheart?
Chocolate shake.
Sweet and sour sauce and some French fries.
That's 25 cents extra.
Okay. Did you want anything to drink?
No, thank you.
Okay, come to the first window.
Thank you.
Back up.
Hey girls, how was your Christmas? Did you guys have a good Christmas?
This video is like so funny to me. It like actually will make me laugh just because like I can see it's like how when friends hang out and stuff just makes you laugh and you can't stop.
Yeah.
That's them when they're trying to order, and I've done the same thing like without paparazzi even being around, where you're just with your friend and for some reason y'all are laughing at something and you cannot get the order out. And it cracks me up just because I put myself in their shoes. But also, how weird is that? How weird is a paparazzi's job? Like,
it is, and they're like the amount of anxiety I would get. Like, it would have been funny in the moment, but like thinking about trying to order food and you've got a paparazzi guy at your window yelling into the McDonald's speaker on your behalf, making jokes, it would have stressed me out and overstimulated me
it would
so
have
bad.
been, dare I say, even more stressful than ordering at Cookout.
Yeah, and while you're on that, two sides of a drink.
That's the place I hate ordering, but yeah, and they just wouldn't shut up, you know?
Yeah, and their friendship alone is iconic just because this was post High School Musical, and obviously, and then also after Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens had broken up, so it was just the two of them friends now. And I think Ashley was still friends with Zac at the time, and there was all that drama because there was
People
a fallout
say
between
that
them.
Ashley and Zac hooked up or something.
Yeah,
it's a rumor apparently. But
yeah, but this video, I was looking up like just what Ashley Tisdale and Vanessa Hudgens were doing. This was 2013, and I was looking it up, and they actually had a short reality show called The Inner Circle. And when I say short, I mean 23 minutes.
Oh. Okay.
And I don't know if The Inner Circle was like a show where they did reality type episodes on different people. Good idea for a show if that's not what it was.
Yeah.
But it was about their friendship. And this came out within months of that episode coming out. And I'm wondering if this was like a PR move. And because how many paparazzi are at McDonald's?
Yeah.
And Vanessa Hudgens and Ashley
like
Tisdale pull up.
This wasn't like back in the day whenever it was normal for like TikTokers to call the paparazzi on themselves. People didn't really do that back then.
So I wonder if it was fake, but it was
the only thing that would make me think it's not fake is like there's a point where a woman comes up on the window, like on the other side near Vanessa, and Ashley's face looks just like so annoyed.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, if this was planned and like they knew, I don't know.
But it's also look annoyed, you know?
Yeah.
What if there's like that element to it where you're like, no, I don't want them here.
Yeah.
I hate being famous.
True.
What is your number 4?
Okay. My number 4, it was iconic to me and iconic to every heartbroken believer out there.
Oh no.
Was.
I was thinking about putting these into mine, and I was like, no, I bet Jill's gonna grab all the Justin Bieber ones that there are because they're so special to you.
This was Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez when they had paparazzi photos of them on a vacation together, and it was like their hard launch, if you will. Like, not hard launch, they didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
They were still trying to say they weren't together. So this was iconic.
This was the first time they were like admitting it, but they didn't choose to.
This was the first time that we were seeing with our own pupils that they were actually like a couple, and I was sad.
I know that Justin Bieber is like hot. He's always been hot because like he's older than me. You know, he's always been like a hot older guy. But like in these photos, because Selena was a few years older than him, in these photos, I've always thought he looks like such a little boy.
He does.
And it gives me the ick real hard. Because I'm like, Selena's looking like sexy and like everything.
And he just looks like her little brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I also put with this section, I wanted to give an honorable mention while we're on the topic of them. Honorable mention of the paparazzi video, or not paparazzi, but the video of them buying drugs on the street.
That's Justin Bieber for you guys. He's in Hollywood. The worst part of it too. That's really Bieber. Hey Bieber, I fuck with you.
You know, just had to throw that in there while we're
I want to mention this, but I'm afraid it's going to be in your list. Do you have anything about a baby Bieber?
No.
About his penis?
No.
Okay, because I almost put, there are also paparazzi photos of Justin Bieber like nude, and there were photos of like his penis.
Yeah.
Like it's full nudity. And I'm like, I think he knew he was being photographed and he didn't care. I don't remember if he was on a boat or like
It was through a window for sure, I think.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's very strange. We were just okay with treating people a crazy way.
Yeah, like objects with no privacy, and we still are apparently.
Yeah.
But not to the extent of back in the day, I feel.
Yeah, I just wonder like how many girls felt heartbroken when these photos leaked.
I don't know, but not as heartbroken as me. I tried to deny when he was kissing Jasmine Villegas in the car. I was like, they were not. It was taken at the wrong
They're just work
second.
friends.
Yeah. So I was like, you can't deny it.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe they don't like each other that much. They'll break up next week. They did not.
And if you want a full scoop on every girl that Justin Bieber's ever dated, we did a deep dive into his love life timeline.
Yeah.
That's up on our YouTube channel right now. And it's every girl he's ever been speculated to be with. It's quite delusional.
It was a fun time, and I did a lot of it from memory because I was that obsessed. But what was your number 3?
So my number 3 is actually my number 4 because I accidentally did 2 number 5s. So I ranked this as number 4.
Okay.
So this is kind of my number 4. And this is a time frame. It's not just one specific photo, but it's an era of photos that changed me to this day. The 2012 era of Miley Cyrus with her short hair. There's a photo of her with long hair.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just the street style, the small bun, her just being out of Hannah Montana and becoming an adult. And she had this cute little short haircut with her like Miley Stewart colored hair still. Mm-hmm. And the bun fashion.
Yeah, a lot of Tumblr inspiration.
Yes. And it was, when I tell you it changed me, I get dressed and still think about some of these looks because I looked at them so long, and like when I'm getting dressed, I'm like, that could kind of be cute, like how she did like that one time in 2012.
I was killing the plaid back in this era.
Yeah.
For sure.
But also during 2012, Miley Cyrus was doing, to me, this is her peak to me. Like this is like the best she ever was because she put out, it was like post Hannah Montana, so she was still acting, and she put out that LOL movie, she put out the So Undercover movie, and she had this look about her in all of these movies. And it's also when she filmed the Backyard Sessions and did the like famous cover of Jolene. So to me, 2012 Miley is like, y'all thought she peaked in Hannah Montana, but really it was 2012.
Yeah.
And if she would have stayed on this and not, no shame to her for cutting her hair, like whatever, she wanted to change something, but if she would have stayed on this trajectory and stuck with the classic album rollouts and kept acting, I'm so convinced that she would be the Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like she's the only other pop girl that had the love from people to make it that big. Mm-hmm. And honestly, her new album just came out, and I don't even care to listen to it.
No, me neither.
It's just not for me, and I hate that.
She's iconic, and she always will be an icon.
Yeah, forever.
And she's gorge, but it's like when it's been so long without really caring about the music, you just start to not care about the music, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's where I am with her and her music, but loved Miley.
Yeah, me too.
All right. My number 3, I have this and an honorable mention that sort of follows it. So my number 3 is blue dress on a boat.
Oh my God. I didn't even think of this moment.
Taylor Swift alone in the blue dress on the boat after Harry Styles left her.
I want to know how she was left. I want to know how it happened. Because do you know, like, I've heard stories of, like, he broke up with her and then she got on a boat to go back to where she needed to be. Mm-hmm. But, like, where were they? Also, do you think whenever she put the lyrics, blue dress on a boat, do you think she did that recently?
And knew that was, like, an iconic picture?
Yeah, like, there's no way that she wrote that back then. When she said 1989 was written.
Our girl does pay attention to detail, though. So she could have, like, songwriters she's always put in really, like, personal stuff that wouldn't go with anybody else, you know?
It's also, like, you know how whenever you, like, have an experience of any kind and there's a photo to match the experience, you almost remember the details of the experience more because you have that photograph that like reminds you of what shirt you were wearing when they dumped you or when whatever happened. There could be that element to it. Like, she wouldn't have thought of that lyric if this photo didn't exist. But I don't know. I've just always wondered if she like added that lyric in like recently because her fans would go crazy.
Like, back in the Red era, she had the red scarf. You know, like clothing items. There wasn't a paparazzi pic of that, and it wasn't years later, and it was in real time. So
that's true. Blue dress on a boat, though.
They were in the British Virgin Islands also.
Okay. So when I first heard that line, I freaked out.
So did I. I was like, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. This is about Harry Styles.
Yeah. Which is, I think, why we didn't get it back then, because everybody would have known for a fact she was talking about him. But on the same wavelength of the iconic Taylor Swift image, I wanted to give an honorable mention to the paparazzi pic of Taylor Swift allegedly being carried out in her suitcase from her New York apartment.
During that time?
No, this was during RIP, yeah.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that, and I 100% believe that she's in there.
Me too. Especially after the Era's cart, the cleaning cart.
Yeah.
Like, we know for a fact she was in that cleaning cart. So I don't put it past our girl. She didn't want to be seen.
It's so scary to me to think about being in that box and like being moved around. I don't know why I'm
just
claustrophobic.
Picture her, like, picture we can see through this. She is curled up in there, and she's like, wonder where we're at right now. Are we almost in the car? I don't know.
Just, it's like my brain, the claustrophobia in me thinks, okay, you're in the box, something crazy happens on the street, they drop you and run away. How do you get out? No one knows Taylor Swift is in that box. That's where my brain goes. It's why I don't like small spaces. I'm going to start
picking up luggage anywhere that I see it. Taylor, are you there? Oh.
Okay. So the next one, most of mine are from 2012, and I think I just have a soft spot for that year. I don't know. But it's a video of Lana Del Rey flirting with the paparazzi.
Okay.
She just released Born to Die. She has her iconic red hair. She is the epitome of cool. Like, even looking back at it, she is the coolest girl I have ever seen.
Okay.
I'm going to watch it with you just because I love this freaking video.
I mean, you're a pretty girl. Want to get a drink sometime, or?
You can see on camera, yes?
I figure if I was on camera, would you want to get a drink sometime? I mean, I'm down if you're down. We'll have a good time, I'm serious.
What's your name?
I'm Adam. We should get a drink sometime, seriously.
Well, don't ask me on camera.
Well, okay, well, I just like, literally
well,
just
give
like...
me your email.
I'll give you my email. I'll give you, well, wait. So, I had to answer the camera because sometimes people only talk to me because of the camera.
Really, I'd be more inclined to speak to you without a camera, I'm sure.
You're a beautiful girl, and I'm going to get your email without the camera.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we'll turn it off then.
I just love her.
Yeah. I love her voice.
Me
like,
too.
Now I feel like her speaking voice is a little deeper because that typically happens when you get like older. But back then it was kind of up here and it was like kind of like a valley girl a little bit, but that's sexy.
I don't think, I'm not into women at all. But if Lana Del Rey were talking to me and flirting with me, I'd be like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Like, she is so freaking cool to me. I've really been on a kick since we got back from our trip and listened to her like all night long, and just like everything about her. I almost put in the video of them at the Grammys, but I didn't really feel like it was like a paparazzi video of when she went with Taylor Swift and it was raining and it was, I guess, Lana's first Grammy like attendance. And Taylor Swift is like walking with her like entourage, and she goes, "Lana, you good?"
Yeah.
And then Lana, really sad under her crazy bangs, goes, "No."
Lana, you good?
Right here.
No.
Like her voice is like shaking, and I'm like, this woman is so cool.
I'm glad that the bangs are gone.
Me too. She fixed them by the end of the night. I'm just like, why did you walk the carpet? She looked like a dog.
She did.
A little puppy.
She looked like a Saint Bernard. Oh, but yeah, no, she's so iconically cool. Just like any clip of her gives this. It always makes me want to smoke cigarettes.
I know.
And I'm not a smoker, but
I know.
I always just want to, and I want to be like, So yeah, like I'll give you
I know.
what's your email, bud?
I want to wear a racing jacket and my hat backwards and go smoke a cigarette and walk down the street. And no one would know what I'm referencing, but it's this moment. I just want to be heard.
All the jellies would know.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 2 is one that I contemplated putting on this list
Okay.
for the fact that I was unsure if you would put it on the list because we both
Oh, no.
talk about it
Okay.
and know it. So
Okay, I'm like, what you're saying is making me think that it might be on my list.
So my number 2 is the iconic Ask Taylor.
Okay. I didn't put that one.
Okay.
I had a feeling you would. I was like, I'll try to find something different. Let's watch.
Thank you so much for being anonymous. Thank you.
Ask Taylor.
What kills me about this is the smile afterwards because she knew that she just said something.
Like, she knew that she was being a smartass. It was that kind of smile, like a,
Yeah, but even when she looks down, she was like, I don't know if I should have said that.
yeah.
I mean, at least I think. I don't know, but, you know, our speculation on why this was happening, because we did a whole, like, timeline of Selena Gomez's life as well and, like, her potential drug habits and everything. This was the year that Demi was very public about her eating disorder and drug problem and all that stuff. And Selena seemed to have stepped away from the friendship and was getting close to Taylor Swift, who is like the good girl, especially back then, like never did anything wrong.
Yeah. And also it could, I think it was like to just, you know, when you're younger and your friends kind of start to get other friends and they're hanging out with them more than they hang out with you and you're getting a little jelly.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's what this was too, because they're like, how's Selena? And she's like, ask Taylor. Like,
Yeah.
like, you know, but this had me in a chokehold because I loved all these people.
Yeah,
So I
and
was
seeing
like,
them all
oh.
beef publicly, it was
Yeah.
just crazy.
I do remember that one time I went to a taping of X Factor and Demi was a judge and she said to somebody, she was like, yeah, you have a lot of feeling in your voice, like you have emotion and I really like that. It's like Taylor Swift's. And I was like, oh my God, you don't hate her.
The
like,
one-sided beef forever.
Yeah. The next year, take it to Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
So,
I do love that video. It will live on forever.
yes.
My number 2 is historical.
Okay.
It's from 1997, August 24th, and it is Princess Diana specifically on the diving board
Okay.
of a yacht. That photo was taken 1 week before her death, and there's like rumors about it. She was on a yacht with a guy that she was dating, and she had went on this vacation specifically to escape being publicized and like being photographed everywhere. This photo itself is just really, really cool. And even like SZA on her latest album, like she did a recreation of this as the cover art. But there was like speculation that on this yacht, there were a lot of photos of Princess Diana like kissing this man on the boat. And there was speculation that she was pregnant at this time. And, you know, there's a lot of things that make people believe that she was murdered or taken out intentionally with that car accident. So, I don't know. There's just like a lot of crazy lore around like Princess Diana. And she was also like very cool. Like people still perceive her as like an icon in the way that she handled her like public image and everything. Like she just didn't care that she was royal. She just lived a normal life.
Yeah.
Or tried to.
And there's also pictures of her like right before
Yes.
the crash happened and stuff.
Yep, and the photos of her getting into the car, when I was doing research, I like learned about it. The photos of her getting into the car the night that she died, I didn't put that in here because I don't feel like it's great, but they sold for $8 million. That is a lot of money for taking a photograph.
Yeah. I actually had as one of my like honorable mentions or like ones that didn't make the top 5, but like I thought about was the Princess Diana pictures.
Like her getting in the car. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how documented like all of that stuff was. There was like, I don't know if it's true, but I was reading today that there was a rumor that the wreck could have been caused by paparazzi trying to get photos of her. I mean, you know, there's so many stories. I also heard that the driver was intoxicated. I've heard there were explosions placed into the car.
Yeah.
All kinds of things.
There's like a ton of conspiracy theories about it.
Yeah, and I feel like it's kind of been made public that something was done to make something in that event happen. But it's sad because she was just like, she hated it so much. But I also put a photo of her just in a sweatshirt with little biker shorts because even to this day, 30 years later, there is no time where you put on a sweatshirt and biker shorts with socks and sneakers and don't think of Princess Diana. Like, she made this look.
Yeah. I even, like, still to this day, fashion girls on YouTube that I watch, there's one that I'm thinking of. She made a whole video of styling my closet like Princess Diana and made all her, she had, like, sweatshirts and she would make the outfits look like photos of Princess Diana and stuff.
Yeah.
So her style was, like, iconic, too.
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay. What if we have the same number one?
We might.
Knowing us and what my number one is, I'm like, there's a good chance this is yours.
Also, before we get to the number one, we have to let everyone know that we excluded Britney Spears.
Yes.
And the umbrella and
yes,
those from this because they are what we thought of when we thought of paparazzi pics. So
I feel like Britney is the staple for paparazzi scenarios going crazy and stuff. Like, that is the first thing you always think of. Before we do our number ones, do you want to do our honorable mentions?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of my honorable mentions was Justin Bieber trying to fight the paparazzi.
Okay.
Stage, guys. We gotta okay. Easy, just. What's about? That's assault. That's assault. You're in our way. No, he did it. We had to walk move out the way, man. He was out. You gotta move out the way. Fucking little cock. Fuck off back to America. Fucking little moron.
What you say?
You heard what I said, man.
What'd you say?
You heard what I fucking said, mate. Lose your fucking belt. Lose your fucking belt. Lose your fucking...
God.
But I think it's kind of funny when he says, "What'd you say?" and his voice cracks.
It's like I think the paparazzi got mad. They probably waited for a long time for him to come out and then for him to run to the car like that.
But it's like, you're not entitled to even take pictures of him.
No, not at all. But it's also like, okay, Justin, number one, the way that you're running out is really weird. Like, why are you...
Like, it looked like a little gremlin.
Yeah, like, why are you running like that, first of all? Second of all, okay, they got mad. Let them be mad that they didn't get what they wanted out of you, and him getting out of the car to react.
Them what they wanted, yeah.
Gave them more, probably more than they were expecting. I just want to sit Justin down and be like, you need to quit letting them get to you.
Yeah.
Ignore them. Be Taylor Swift. Go under an umbrella to walk out.
Hide in a suitcase.
Hide in a suitcase. Like, it just, I just want to help him because he is his own
worst enemy when it comes to the paparazzi.
Yeah, even today.
They know that he's going to react, and that's why they do it.
Yeah, and it's even today, the way that he posts on Instagram, and then he gets mad that people say stuff about him and Haley. It's like, shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut up. You are, like, self-inflicting this and making it so much worse.
Yeah.
Like, it's not clocking on business. What is it?
It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business.
I really ate that up. This video is just really scary and crazy. Apparently the guy is a prankster, but Gigi Hadid and her sister were walking in Milan, and this guy, I would have viewed it as an attack, and I think she did as well, but he, like, picks her up and grabs her.
Oh, God.
Who?
Let go of her! Who the fuck are you? You piece of shit!
Dude, that is wild. But it's not a prank when
No.
nobody knows. There was nothing funny about it.
And the guy was, like, smiling. I'm glad that she got an elbow to his face.
Yeah.
But that is so scary, and you just don't know what someone's trying to do. And it's just also, like, she has bodyguards, and she's with her sister. She's in a crowd of people around fans, and a man can still come up and grab her and do something to her.
Yeah.
It's so scary to think about
And
that.
she's so small. Like, I can't imagine. You would be so scared if you... It seems that nobody knew this was a prank.
Right.
Everybody was like, what the heck just happened?
Yeah.
And so
bizarre. There's nothing funny about that either.
No.
About grabbing a woman on the street when she doesn't want you to. What about that is hilarious?
It's not. The funny thing was her getting an elbow to his face.
Yeah.
So glad she did that. My other honorable mention is Hilary Duff.
I've never seen this.
Hilary Duff, her new fiance, he just proposed, and then this pic happened.
Oh my God. Why would you photograph this? Do you know?
Yeah.
These people are demented. He's smiling so big.
Yeah, he's a happy man.
Did the guy see the paparazzi and that's why he's smiling? Because I'm like, can you imagine being in that act and looking up to seeing a big grin? Is that weird to you or no? Because it seems weird to me.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know if that's normal.
I think they might have both just been super happy though, because he had just proposed and she said yeah, and then they were like, hee, like.
I don't know. I don't know if I can relate the feelings of being in the heat of the moment with like. I don't know if I'm making the same face for those feelings. That's why I'm like,
yeah.
Did they just do this for paparazzi to be funny? Wow, I did not know that happened.
Oh yeah, it could have been to be funny, but they pulled one over on us. If not, you know.
Okay, I have one more honorable mention, and it's really only honorable in hindsight to me because it's funny no matter what. But seeing the Queen in 2020 doing her thing, it's Addison Rae telling the fan to wait for a picture while she does a TikTok.
Yes.
And watching this video, like the girl waiting for the photo is like into the dance with her, and it just cracks me up. It's such a time capsule.
Can I take a picture with you? Oh yeah, of course. Here, let me do this TikTok really quick. Yeah, I'll get out of it. Oh my god. So nice.
How, like, awkward. That's
So bad.
It's so funny though to think that you could even like think to do that. I would never, if I was about to film something and somebody wanted a picture, I would just take the picture and then do it. It's so funny. She was like, yeah, let me just do this real quick. And then they're standing right there and she's just like,
they're watching her. And this is one of those scenarios where you had the caveman idea for a video where like we explain stuff to cavemen. This would be a really good scenario to try to explain to a caveman.
Go back in time and tell them what this is. But yeah, also it is just a time capsule. Like that is so 2020 coded.
Mm-hmm. Like there is no time period like this. Mm-mm. And it was so weird in the moment. It's weird in hindsight, but for some reason we were into it.
I think we were all just in the house bored, you know? But I do think that I miss when TikTok was just a bunch of dances.
Yeah, it was so fun.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like the drama of TikTok. Like I see a lot of it because of the podcast and just like the stuff that we watch for this. And I can't stand the people that I know that we cover hot topics and things, but the TikTok creators that just do green screen and go, you guys, so-and-so did something that you're not gonna believe. And then 10 minutes later, they get to what happened.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy.
And there's also 100 other TikToks saying the exact same thing.
Yeah, they're not giving an opinion. They're not saying anything. They're just like reiterating and regurgitating like the same like information, which you could say we do that, but at least we're a long form video podcast where like someone could choose to hear our opinion or not.
Yeah.
And we do make our TikToks about random things to get the TikTok going.
Yeah.
But it's just so people...
TikTok hates us.
They do. They really do. Like, we can't talk about anyone without getting some hate. But, like, the goal is to find people that would listen to what we're saying or like those topics and want a longer version of that content.
Yeah. But I remember, like, talking about the TikTok dances and stuff. We had so much fun when TikTok was first getting big and stuff, like we all got together and would make dance videos to the "I'm a Savage."
Oh God!
Like, and we would do all those, and that was a fun time. So.
It was, and the one that I really remember us doing is whenever we acted like I forget the name of the twins, but it was the twins and like Taylor Holder.
Yes.
And like we did our hair like them and did the dance, and they were like,
it's spot on.
It ain't my first time, but baby girl, we can't pretend. Let's pump and grind. That a night will never end.
Yeah. It's so gross. Like watching it back makes me cringe, but it was so funny.
Yeah. Okay. So now we are on to our number ones.
Okay.
And my number one is the paparazzi pic.
Yeah, I forgot about this.
Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton, and Britney Spears all in the car after a night out at the club. But there's more context to this that makes it so iconic.
I was watching like a deep dive.
I think that's what I referenced in here.
Okay. I watched a deep dive video into some of these moments in the photos, and like it put all their interviews together and kind of did a timeline, which is a great video. Mm-hmm. But wasn't it that they just ran into Lindsay at the club and they were actually not friends, and she just jumped in the car in the moment?
That's what Paris ended up saying. But before we get there, basically they were BFFs, Lindsay and Paris, you know. And then they started having a public feud because of boyfriend drama. And there was a video of Paris with her friend, and they were out. Mm-hmm. And he was making the fire crotch comments. Do you remember those?
Yeah. And for whatever reason, we thought that was the meanest thing they could possibly say about her.
Yeah. But I have that clip here.
Paris,
Sexy,
you are a starlet. Is that what your
she's
necklace?
not smelly.
Henry. Uh-huh.
Paris, what does your necklace say?
This is our last word, okay? We're gonna leave. But Lindsay Lohan is a fire crotch. And she has freckles coming out of her vagina, and her clitoris is 7 feet long. Go. Now.
Jesus, Paris.
All right, Brandon.
Wow.
Yeah. I always get PTSD from Paris laughing during that.
Yeah, it's so
like it's so mean girl coded. You know, when you're like trying to pretend that you're not the one doing this, but
you're just
like,
there and it's funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that happened, which led Lindsay to talk about Paris in another paparazzi video. This was the same night as this iconic photo.
This is a video that Paris Hilton, and I'm saying this on tape. She hit me last night for no reason, apparently, at my friend's house, and I didn't know she'd be there, and she hit me, and she hit me with a drink, poured it all over me, and it hurts, and it's not okay. It's not cool. I'm sorry for everyone that gets it.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Wow. They were diabolical.
They were. This was like epitome. It's crazy. Like, I think it might have just been the time, because I always thought that the way that me and girls that I knew in like middle school, like the way that we fought and we were ruthless and mean to each other, I thought that it was like just to do with the fact that we were in middle school.
Yeah.
But that's around this time.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I think that during this time it was just like how girls fought with each other.
Yeah.
Because we were looking up to people like Lindsay Lohan and Paris Hilton.
Yeah, they were so mean, like, publicly, and they weren't just, like, being mean. They were hitting each other and throwing drinks on each other and saying that they have a fire crotch to the paparazzi.
Like, the one thing that I do like about today's day and age is that if somebody got out and said, yeah, I hate that girl, she has a fire crotch, blah, 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 like, people wouldn't be down for that, like how they were back then.
No, and it's just not cool to just be mean, to be, like, a hater. Like, even if somebody does you wrong, like, you don't go out in public and say that kind of stuff about them because it makes you look bad and crazy.
Yeah. And so there's also a video of when these pictures were taken, and basically Lindsay claimed that Paris hit her and whatever, and the paparazzi confront Paris, who then confronts Lindsay.
Yeah,
and then they're like, no, it's like fine, and then they get in the car, and that's what it is.
Lindsay, tell them the truth.
Lisa, what's going on, Lisa? Tell us.
Paris never, Lindsay, she's my friend. Everyone lies about everything. She's a nice person. Please, leave us alone.
So you're friends? So that video statement earlier today was wrong?
Waiting in the car. She never
never did that. She's a good girl. She's a nice person. I've known her since I was 15. Please, stop trying to make us hate each other.
Oh, this is classic. Oh, wow. See many drops.
I love that.
Me too.
I love how Paris is like, tell them, Lindsay. Tell them.
Yeah.
Like, it's such like a bitchy thing to do.
The way that Lindsay totally backtracked, though. It's like,
she was like, no,
to the
she's a nice
paparazzi.
person.
Yeah, to the paparazzi, she's like, this is a message for Paris Hilton. Like, she hit me last night. And then Paris is like, tell them, Lindsay, she's a nice girl. She's a nice person.
I bet Lindsay wanted to get out of that club or was too messed up to be there or something. And Paris is like, I'm only going to let you in my car if you, like, walk out there and tell them that I'm a nice person. Like, I could totally see that.
Probably, because then Paris also said in an interview that they didn't hang out with Lindsay. She got in the car and they drove to Paris's house. And according to Paris, her and Britney were already having a sleepover. So they did their thing and they don't remember what Lindsay did, but she was gone the next morning. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
What a wild time. I just want to know what they talked about in the car on the way home.
How awkward would that be?
I know. But I feel like they were so mean to each other that they probably, like Britney and Paris, probably mean girled her the whole way.
Yeah.
I could totally see that. I don't know. I just want to be in the car.
Like, how's your fire crotch going? You know? Yeah. So, but that is like the most iconic pick.
I agree. And your iconic and my iconic are very different.
Okay.
My number one is Hiddleswift.
Okay.
Tom Hiddleston and Taylor Swift flying all around the world.
Fly them all around the world and let them think they saved me.
Yes. And I didn't know this until I started watching the Swiftologist, but apparently on this like Roman holiday of Taylor Swift in the yellow dress, them like looking at this historic piece, Taylor Swift is hanging out with Tom Hiddleston's grandmother. Like, they wasted no time to introduce each other to the families. Mm-hmm. And I love that because this was the most unserious relationship.
Yes.
The first photo is them like at the Met Gala, just where it started.
Bleachella.
Yes, but we know that this like kind of was a span of June to September of 2016. Yeah. So I just really like these photos, her not caring that the paparazzi was watching, and like she was at the peak of her fame, like with 1989 being over. Like, she wasted no time. She was just out. And I don't know why, like, I don't look at him and think he's like the most attractive person, but I really like the idea of them together.
Because he's like a nice guy.
He's nice and he's wise and he looks like he would treat her well.
And he's not a little boy.
No, I love that. But there was also a paparazzi photo of them sitting in a restaurant during this time, and she's holding an old fashioned. And what is the lyric that I'm thinking of where she was like,
I knew it from the first old fashioned, we were cursed.
Yes. Oh, the stuff that got put on Reputation because of Tom Hiddleston is everything to me.
Yeah. Oh, we got Getaway Car over him.
Yeah.
Yep. I didn't care about their relationship. Like,
I didn't care.
Yeah.
I just loved seeing the photos of them just out.
Yeah.
Nothing is weird about this.
But I love the lore that comes along with it.
Yeah.
Everything. So, yeah. I also want to note that I honestly hate the Bleachella hair.
I loved it.
I liked it at the gala, but this picture down here, this bottom one, you can just tell it's kind of
in her day-to-day life, it wasn't looking great, but whenever she would like style and get dressed up with it, I loved it. Mm-hmm. I love when people just do something kind of drastic change to their hair.
Yeah, which she did it for I think like Vogue or something photo shoot.
Yeah, I think she had revealed it at the Met Gala. I want to show you this photo of her with that hair. This is like one of my favorite looks of hers ever. This is my favorite version of her bleached hair.
Oh, yeah.
This outfit, I don't know why I like it so much, but she just looks like a little happy sailor. Mm-hmm. And she just looked, in this time frame, like it just looked so freaking, like she's inside sitting watching the show and look at her hair.
Yeah, no, I like it there. I like it when she's done up. I think it's just the pics with no makeup and stuff. It kind of
Yeah.
washes her out, or
Oh,
like
yeah.
doesn't go with her skin tone or whatever. But
And that's why I don't like whenever my hair is bleached, because I feel like if I'm not fixed, I absolutely hate looking back at like photos of what. And you know, most of the time you don't really have makeup on, so
Yeah.
it's like why even bother?
yeah. But yeah, that was a good. I feel like that was a fun top 5. We didn't have the same ones.
I know, completely
So,
different too.
Yeah.
So this was fun. I was like, this is fun for me because I never know what you're going to bring. Never know, as if we've done this a million times. But I just don't know what you're going to bring. And I'm excited to show you what I come up with.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see yours and show you mine. And yeah,
It's
this
like a
was
little game.
This was a fun thing. I would like to do like a part 2, or maybe switch it up in some way. Do
Yeah.
something like that.
I like the idea of ranking things from 5 to 1 and then sharing what each other are doing. We kind of got this idea from Evolution of a Snake because they
ranked their top 5 Taylor Swift albums.
Yeah. They also did, I don't remember if it was on their Patreon or what, but they actually did paparazzi photo looks of Taylor Swift. Like based
Just
on
like looks.
Yeah, and based on iconic, like the history behind some of the images and things like that. So I thought that was good and wanted to implement that, but do something kind of different too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So thanks for watching, y'all. And remember, I just threw in a y'all. That was weird.
That's all, folks.
Anyways, remember that if you don't want your most embarrassing moment taken a picture of and put everywhere for the whole world to see, then subscribe.
Yep.
Now.
Rate us 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Let us know if you like this, if you want to see more stuff like this.
And let us know if you agree with one of our top picks, our top 5. And if not, let us know what your top one is that we missed.
Yeah, I would honestly really love to hear this.
Yes, I would love to see everybody's, because like I'm sure there's a ton of stuff that I just missed or didn't think of for this.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will see you guys next week.
Yep. We sure will. Every Monday.
TTYL.
Bye.
She's 21, love a savage, but she got a little bit too